recording in progress. I just did a podcast with a gentleman who asked me, what was the one time in combat you thought you weren't coming back? And so I wanted to kind of tell you that story because I want you guys to hold me accountable. So when I was in Iraq, we had several missions in a row where we had contact. I'm talking like very uncommon. I mean, just war shit, right? Like doing an objective, one room to another. All of a sudden, as I go to enter into an area, boom, one hand grenade goes off, two were thrown. One of them was a dud. A couple of the guys got hit, ran upstairs to kind of try and help. And it was just an insane deal what went down. And then another day we hit an IED and the truck got destroyed. No casualties, thank God. And another day it was like an attempted day ambush. So these things are happening, and I have a second child who is going to be born within the next few months. And I remember throughout my deployments and throughout life later in my years after I grew out of, living in my parents' house, I struggled with my own faith of God, right? Still to this day, right? That's one of those subjects that are, I feel like me and God are having a relationship, and it doesn't involve a church. And so that's just me. But I remember at one point I'm in a Stryker. It's our vehicle that we would transport to do missions. And, I made a prayer kind of like, I know my daughter's going to be born soon, and I want to be there to witness it. This isn't common for me because originally I just didn't give a shit. I was kind of like, But as you start getting older and things change, now you start wanting to enjoy life. You start seeing perspective of what life would be after military. I made this promise to God that I would show up to church wearing a suit. That sounds like so simple to some people who were probably raised wearing suits and raised owning a tie. I think I had one tie as a kid when I did my first communion. Like, it wasn't a common thing in my world. Wearing a suit for me was the equivalent to someone, I don't know, wearing a monkey suit somewhere. It's just not common for me, or it wasn't at the time. I was 24, 25, didn't own a suit. It was very, very awkward. So this promise to God was something that was very significant to me, because it was almost like saying, I'll go buy a suit, which I have never wanted to, and I will wear it in the church to show you as a token of a thank you. I've told my mom this promise, and she's pissed I still haven't done it. And so I'm actually wanting to hold myself accountable, and I'm going to post this for you guys to hold me accountable. And I want to make sure that I get it done. And it's not for the whole thing with church. It has nothing to do with this faith. It's this thing like I believe there's a higher power. That is my relationship with God. We talk. I'm figuring that out. I believe in a God. And I don't care what church it is. Doesn't matter. I just want to make sure I get this done I made a promise, and I need to fulfill this. That is it. So hold me accountable. By the end of 2021, I will have gotten this done. And so stay tuned.
I take pleasure in hell. I'm at home in a cell. My pain fuels my soul. Resentment's out of control.